What's up, Internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, October 5th, day number 82 inside the Big Brother house. The most important veto of the season. Some might even say the most important competition of the season took place yesterday. Who won veto, securing their spot with Chelsea in the final three. And they get to choose who joins them there. Let's talk about that, plus all the intel drama and more from yesterday's live feeds. But first, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Speaking of, we had another great Friday morning live stream. If you guys aren't aware, every single day of the week, you get a great live feed update. But then on Fridays, we do the same update, but afterwards we jump into the chat live. It's a great time hanging out with you guys every Friday morning. We're going to have one more on this upcoming Friday, right before the finale on Sunday. And we're also going to have another great live stream on Thursday and Sunday for the episodes. So 3 big live streams coming up this week, which we do have a sponsor for, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce to you Ori Water. You can get your very own Ori Moon Water. All you have to do is check out the link in the description down below or the pinned comment for the Ori Fund. Once you click on the Ori Fund, you can donate or you can do whatever you want, and then maybe you get some moon water. This is the part where my legal department tells me that by donating to the Ori Fund, no moon water will ever actually be distributed, and you will not get anything for doing so. It's greatly appreciated, never required, but you will not get any moon water. So yes, Uri Moon Water, get yours now. Anyway, guys, what's been going on the feeds? To give you guys a little recap, if you've ever been going over and keeping track of what's been going on in the house, after a back and forth vote on who should go, it ended up being Chemo who was evicted over Rubina, leaving Chelsea, MJ, Cam, and Rubina as our final 4. Chelsea won HOH, securing her spot in finale and the final 3, and she nominated Cam and MJ. Now, nominees really don't matter. Veto is what holds all the power. The nominations are really just a formality, but she did go ahead and nominate Cam and Mackenzie. Now, prior to the competition in the house, things were kind of quiet. Wasn't too much going on. Cam especially seemed kind of in his own thoughts. I don't know if he was really just focusing on the upcoming competition, getting his mind ready for that, or if he was just kind of drowning in his sorrows of another painful loss in HOH. Either way, he was particularly kind of quiet and keeping to himself. And going into the veto, it did seem like for all of them, they had this feeling like it was a must-win situation for them. I think Cam especially felt like the women were all going to keep each other if he doesn't win. MJ really thought that there was a good chance that even Rubina or Cam would take her out if they were to win. So it did really feel like everybody had a really strong feeling like this was a must-win competition for them. No matter who won, everyone was a bit of a target and somebody who could end up going out. Now, when it came down to the competition, who won? Well, MJ, the comp beast of the season, comes up big one more time. It was a competition based on all of the days. There was clips of the house guests that were involved with it as well. Some running around and finding, I guess, kind of the right dates and things like that and putting them up on the board was all involved as well. Apparently, Cam was doing pretty good. He, I think they said, came in second. The big thing was a lot of them all had wrong answers, and it wasn't until MJ kind of figured it all out that she ended up winning. I think there was areas where at the very least some points they couldn't see each other, and the others had heard MJ start crying, so that's how they knew she had won. Cam also let his frustrations out afterwards very openly, so that was a thing. They said it really didn't go that long. It was only about 30 minutes. The competition really kind of took them, whereas production was kind of thinking it was going to take hours potentially for the comp. They seem to really have beasted this one out. Now, afterwards, Cam spent a lot of time kind of in the dumps in his bed, just kind of away from everybody else. But he did start to bounce back and eventually joined everybody, either not letting it get to him too badly or at the very least not showing that it is getting to him. Smart move either way, kind of get yourself back into the game, focus up a little bit and not let it shake you too bad. You still got to put on a good face because you don't want to give MJ the idea that, hey, now you're upset because you think she was taking you out, because that might make her think that you were going to take her out. And you don't even want to give any reason for somebody not to save you if you have that chance to do it right now. Now, MJ, here's the thing. MJ was having a chat alone in the pantry telling us what her plans are for the power of veto. And let me tell you, they are huge because she wants. Oh no, I'm sorry. Was my mic muted? Yeah, so was hers as she was explaining what she wanted to do with the power of veto, and we didn't get to hear it. All we saw was her moving around, moving her hands, saying, I'm gonna do this and that. And she says, that's the plan, Stan. Who's Stan? I don't know. No, I want to know actually what you're gonna do with the veto. I don't want to know anything else. Yeah, that was all we were able to really get. The one moment where it's like, oh, this is it, this is where she's going to tell us exactly what she's going to do, we didn't get it. Now, it wasn't like it was some conspiracy to hide it. She was at the moment switching her microphone out with the battery, and it just so happened she was in the storage room alone talking about it while she was switching, and production was late on switching the microphone from one source to another as she was doing it. So it wasn't like it was some kind of thing to hide it from us so that we kind of have to watch the episodes. It was just like the worst timing in the world as it was happening. Anyway, what we did get was a chat with Chelsea, where she was kind of going over the pros and cons of what her decision is going to be. It's going to be hard for her no matter what. Neither of them have really been able to prove anything to her as far as loyalty goes, because they haven't really had the chance to do it with any power, and she doesn't know what they would have done if they had it. So it's really not like she has anything to go on as far as that goes. Both of them are bad at competitions, though it does seem like Cam does a little bit better usually than Rubina does. She also is friends with both of them, more so with Cam. And she said it would be hard to do that and send him out. Rubina, though, she says she's not sure if Rubina would actually take her to the final two. And that's kind of something that scares her, which I'm not 100% sure if, since she's not sure with Rubina, why would she be sure with Cam? I think the decision with Rubina and the decision with Cam are both just as likely to be them taking Chelsea over MJ either way. So I'm not 100% sure why that would be a thing. I think that was almost actually a way of her dropping it to Chelsea, that Rubina actually has already told MJ that she's taken her. And I think they've had those talks before where it was like, yeah, we would probably have to get rid of Chelsea, and that would be the way to go. So I think that was just kind of a way to kind of smoke screen it from Chelsea, just to not make her really suspicious of any potential deal that Rubina and MJ would have. But it did seem to me, right, there was nothing that was settled with anything in this conversation, but it did seem to me like she was leaning on voting out Cam. But emotionally, she still is struggling with it, even if it is the right move for her. And I think it is. There is a far more likely chance, I think, that Cam would keep Chelsea over MJ than Rubina would keep Cam over MJ in the final three scenario. But also for Rubina's game, I can see both scenarios being good for her either way. If you keep Cam and Chelsea, that's a 2-on-1 scenario where you probably have to win the final three HOH, and best of luck to you there. But you're kind of in a similar boat where if you keep if Rubina had the choice and kept MJ and Chelsea, right, you're looking at a situation where it's like, yeah, I mean, I kind of got to win either way, right? They're going to take each other, so it's not like it really would have benefited Rubina either way if they stayed. And going into the final two, I don't think there's really either one of them that's better for Rubina anyway, right? If Rubina's up there against MJ, I don't think it really matters. And if Rubina was up there against Chelsea, I don't think it really matters. Same thing with Cam, right? So it's kind of like we're all just kind of like, well, what are we going to do? But it is always a chance, right? What if Rubina did win that final HOH? Would she take Chelsea or would she take MJ? So I guess that is a thing to consider, but I feel like you have to consider that with Cam either way as well, right? You don't have one without the other. So it's a tough decision for her. I don't know 100% which way she will end up going. She has a little bit of time here still to figure it out. I don't think the ceremony is going to take place until Wednesday. They should probably film it early since there's a lot going on this week. We have Sunday's episode will have HOH nominations and the veto competition. Now, Thursday's episode is going to have the eviction. We're also going to have Jag kind of talking about stuff. Then Friday's episode's the memory lane kind of final three thing. That all has to be filmed and ready for Friday's episode. So they can't just do that Thursday night. They have to film that eviction earlier so that they can film the final three dinner and then at least start final three HOH, right? So part one of the final three HOH, traditionally they always have the memory lane thing, and then at the end of that episode, they have them go out and they start the part one of the final three HOH as we go to Sunday's episode. So with all of those things like that, you need the time to not only film it but edit it and get it ready for the episode. You can't just do it the day before. So they're at the very least going to probably start that process on the Wednesday and have things starting to go. That's probably when we'll lose feeds at some point. They'll shut them down. And then I don't know if they would actually even bring the feeds back afterwards. It does feel like it might be one of those things where it would be better off for them actually just to keep it a secret on who won different parts of the HOH. But there has been many other times where there's been so much time where we have just seen it. We got to watch it all play out, where we know who won part one and who won part two going into finale. That's what I would rather have, so we can get a little bit of insight and a little bit of idea on what people are thinking and what they're going to do as they head on into the final part of the HOH. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. What do you guys think about what's going on? Let me know in the comments down below. A couple other little notes from yesterday as well. They actually got the tiny Final Four dinner table. So they were all, drinking some booze, having some dinner, chatting about the season, like the high school, who's most likely to kind of a things. Little do they know, just about a few days here, the three of them are going to be doing this once again, while one of them is headed to the jury house. So it was kind of a fun little final three dinner that we had there. But yeah, like I said, it's an interesting week. On tomorrow's episode, we're going to have HOH nominees and the veto. Thursday will be eviction before the final eviction before the finale. And then we'll have that, I think, taped early. Like I said, feeds should probably go down at some point, maybe around Wednesday. Friday will be the memory lane episode. Hopefully we'll have feeds come back after the episode on Thursday, and we'll get at least a little bit of something for the feed coverage. But we'll also have our live stream on Friday morning. And then Sunday is the finale. So in just about 1 day and 1 week, we will crown our winner of Big Brother 26. It's been an exciting season, and I can't wait to see how this all plays out in the end. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, what should MJ do with the power of veto? Should she vote to evict Cam? Should she evict Rubina? Let me know in those comments down below. Thank you guys all again so much for watching. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, you made it all the way to the end of this video, past the Ori Moonwater phase, smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Check out the links to all my socials, the pinned comment, description down below. You can check out things like the Twitter and Discord. The Discord's a really great community that we're building over there. Tons of great people always chatting about the Big Brother feeds, other reality shows, sports, posting pictures of your pets and things like that. It's a lot of fun. Over there on the Discord. You can also check out Twitch and Kick. We're going to be streaming a lot more over there as well now that the season is wrapping up, so make sure you go follow those. And again, there's things like the Ori Fun Throw and things like that, but never required, always appreciated. The easiest way to support the channel, just smashing that thumbs up button. Thank you guys all once again for watching, and I will see you next time.
Most likely to not give aftercare.
The freak is that?
Not give what? Aftercare.
She don't even know what that is. That must be some like Gen Z stuff.
No, like
what we caring for
following the deed.
Okay.
When people
like making them a sandwich.